In today's video, I'm going to be showing you the secret to making your plugin sound more analog. This is something that everyone is always trying to do, and I'm going to give you some insight on how you can actually achieve great results. So if you're into that, stick around. As always, definitely check out the links in the description if you are wanting to have a one-on-one consultation with me. We do it via Zoom or Google Meet. If you have any questions, maybe you want me to check out your mix, maybe listen to it in a flat sounding room, you can do that. And if you're into mastering, then definitely check out links to LANDR. LANDR is a fully automated mastering suite. They handle all of the mastering, get your song up to commercial loudness. So if you're in that, definitely check all of that below. Let's hop straight into it. Now, when it comes to analog sound, what does it really mean when something sounds more analog? Okay, I can give you a few characteristics that, kind of mimic that analog sound. First and foremost, smoothness. Okay, harshness has always been associated with things that are digital. Okay, so if you're able to get that smooth and rounded warm sound, you know that something is analog, right? Second to that, we've got a little bit of depth, right? Especially when we're mixing our vocals. I'll play the track for you in a second just so you can see this Avalon working. You definitely want that depth. You definitely want things to kind of sit in the mix, almost melt into the mix, right? If you're having trouble with that, this is the right video for you. Okay, thirdly to that, you want that sense of stereo width, right? With analog mixing comes the sense of stereo width that we just don't get when we work with digital. Since digital is very much perfect, we don't get that kind of difference in the left and right channel. Okay, so really what we want is fatness and warmness, right? We want perception and depth, and then we want stereo width. Okay, those three things to me indicate some really nice analog flavor. Okay, a little bit of that saturation as well, right? We fill in those empty spaces. All of that contributes to that analog style. Now, how do we do that in the box? Well, firstly, the biggest mistake that most people make is assuming that they can get all of that done in just one plugin. It does not work that way. It doesn't matter if you have the best paid plugins, and it doesn't matter if you have free VSTs, right? It will not work by just using one plugin and expecting, your whole world to change, right? For example, you may have an SSL bus compressor on your mix bus. Oh, why does the mix not sound analog? It's just not enough, right? So the secret that I'm going to try and give you right here is to stack your plugins. Okay, stack them in a way that mimics the traditional analog world. That is the secret, right? So for example, let's run through this vocal chain I have. I'm going to play the track just so you can get an idea of what's going on. Pay attention to how much compression we're doing. We will talk about it later, and then we'll break down that vocal chain and what we're doing, right?
I got a bad bitch in my place, she'll care if I touch.
Yeah, we rolling and smoking, I'm pouring a drink off the back when I'm breaking it down. Space coupe, yeah, just right around town. Kept with your big clown. Been at the mall and customized yellow. Gucci on me, as a brand new sweater. She all on me, cause I get away. Never went to college, got money like professors. Real engineer, think I'm Elon Musk. Snakes in the grass, who can I trust? She keep 100, don't switch it up. She throw it back on me, just back it up. Cause I like the way you do it, yeah. I like the way you move, yeah. Shawty so clean like this remix. Oh, that's your girl, I ain't seen. I put a 4 in my lemonade and now I'm leaning. I cannot stop getting all this money, I'm money fiending. All these clones try to steer the wave. It's so easy to see, yeah. Gotta keep it G, gotta keep it 100 degrees.
Whole lot of money in the safe.
Right, so there you go. Can you hear how incredibly kind of embedded that vocal is in the beat? It's not drowning out, it's there, it's present, but it's smooth and it's wonderful and it's lush. We achieve that via the technique that I want to show you, okay? First and foremost, you always want to be able to add a little bit of saturation, okay? That is mimicking the traditional SSL or Neve, whatever mixing console style workflow that has always been done, right? You send your tracks out onto a mixing console and you saturate it, okay? Now what I'm doing is we're using our own plugin here, FL Studio users, you can check this out. This is the Farai's vocal enhancer. This is mimicking some nice traditional saturation. Again, you can use the Waves, NLS, whatever you have that is a saturation plugin. Use your favorite one. Air Windows Bus Color 4 is another great one, right? Always going to be adding a little bit of saturation, okay? Now, the secret here, again, is to do a little bit on every plugin, right? You can't just, as I said, you can't just use one and say, okay, cool, that's going to do the job. And you also can't do a lot on every plugin and expect that that's going to do the job, because that's when the digitalness starts to pick up, right? That's also another mistake people make. So what you can see here is that on this Avalon, I am not doing much. All I'm really doing, a little bit of high pass, right? Tiny bit of EQ right there in the high mid, getting rid of a little bit of that. I think it's 2K, a little bit of that, right? Really not much going on. we got it in line mode. So I'm acting as if I'm just running through this tube device and I'm getting that analog warmth through that, right? This has that kind of sound to it, right? If I turn it off, you'll hear a slight difference.
I got a bad bitch in my place, she'll care if I touch.
Yeah, we rolling and smoking, I'm pouring that drink off the back when I'm breaking it down. Space coupe, yeah, just right around town. Kept with you, kept the clown. Been at the mall and customized yellow. Gucci on me, as a brand new sweater. She all on me, cause I get away. Never went to college, got money like professors. We're engineer, think I'm Elon Musk. Snakes in the grass, who can I trust? You keep 100, don't switch it up.
Right, when I mix and match them, I turn off one here, one there, you hear something vanishes, right? It's a piece to a whole puzzle, okay? As I said, we can't rely on one plugin. So as you can see, I'm getting a little bit of flavor out of both of them, right? Second to that, how I like to get my stereo separation or stereo width is simply by adding a Brainworks plugin. I personally like to use Brainworks. There are ways to do this without a paid plugin. For example, you can use a patcher plugin. FL Studio has a patcher plugin where you can actually separate the left and right channel and you can manipulate them, differently. Pro Tools allows you to do that. You can actually manipulate the left and right channel a little bit differently. The poor man's way to achieve this. It works pretty well. I've done this in lots of mixes in Pro Tools. But what I'm doing here, as you can see, I'm doing my little bit of EQ here and there. But most importantly, what's happening is there's this little thing called TMT technology. And what that's doing is it is actually mimicking each individual channel on this console. And if you know anything about analog, no two channels are going to be the same. And so the channel 1's EQ is going to be a little bit different to channel 2's. And so we're getting this little bit of stereo separation going on. That is going to contribute towards the overall width of the vocal, right? So if you want a really mono vocal, you can skip the step. But I personally like doing this. It just kind of, does a little sido effect on the ears. And it sounds really good. Simple and sweet, right? Second to that, when it comes to compression, as you saw, I was compressing a little bit here, right? Let's see how much we're compressing here, compressing together, right?
Engineer, think I'm Elon Musk. Snakes in the grass, who can I trust? You keep 100, don't switch it up. She throw it back on me, just back it up. 'Cause I like the way you do it, yeah. I like the way you move, yeah.
So as you can see right here, I've got a really nice and aggressive but very light ratio optical compression going on. I mix that together with this compression and I get my overall compressed sound. Can you see how I'm not just relying on one compressor to do the job? Again, over time you will find plugins that you like and that'll add to your taste, right? So don't assume, oh, I need the Avalon or I need the R-Comp. Use what you have and use what you like. Waves, whatever it is, isotope, find your style, right? So that's what I like to do in terms of compression. When it comes to mix bus, as you can see, I had the tape running right there. I think that adds a nice smoothness. And I've also got this Pultec, preamp going on here. So it's as if I'm summing through a Pultec device, a nice old school Pultec device. But again, when I put these two together, you can hear there's a smoothness that vanishes from the track.
All on me, cause I get away. Never went to college, got money like professors. We're engineer, think I'm Elon Musk. Snakes in the grass, who can I trust? You keep 100, don't switch it up.
It's cool, but once I add it in,
all on me, cause I get away. Never went to college, got money like professors. We're engineer, think I'm Elon Musk. Snakes in the grass, who can I trust?
It's just nothing. It's just lush. It sounds like butter. It just sounds really silky smooth. So hopefully this video makes sense, man. Hopefully now you understand a bit more about how we can utilize all of the various plugins we have within our DAW environment, actually getting more of an analog sounding result. Again, mix it all together. Mix and match. Don't do too much on each plugin, okay? It's subtle changes that contribute towards our overall result. You'll find that you're going to be mastering a lot less. As you can see, I simply have a limiter, right? I got my metering plugins, got my limiter, right? That's all we need, okay? We don't need much more when we really focus on getting that, mix sounding good, and this is the way that you do it. So yeah, man, hopefully you enjoyed this video. As always, check the links in the description. Links to my vocal recording course, vocal mixing course, and vocal enhancer for FL Studio. You check that out just now. If you also like a custom preset, we do that as well. So if you're a Pro Tools user, Logic user, or FL Studio user, we can cater to you, get you a nice custom preset solution for your recording studio or for yourself. So nonetheless, man, have a great day. I'll check you next time. Peace out.